Hello, all my awesome Scorpio friends. Um, I've said time and time again that Scorpio is the most powerful sign, in my opinion, of all the 12 signs because it's all or nothing. And this month is your month. So let's get started, shall we? First of all, Mercury is going to be going retrograde. And the only thing I can tell you to do is tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects. Do not start a new project under a retrograde Mercury. It'll fizzle out completely or has to have to be redone um, within the year. It's that simple. It is in the shadow of the retrograde starting the 7th. And so what this does is am I reading that right? I hope I am. Hang on 1 second. Don't go away. I'm here. Yes. November 7th. I can't read my own handwriting. I may have mentioned that before. Oh God. So we Mercury is in the shadow of the retrograde starting on the 7th. It will go retrograde, sure enough, on the 26th. And when Mercury is in the shadow of the retrograde, it feels like it's retrograde. It's not, but it feels like it. And so, while yes, you can begin a new project while it's in the shadow of the retrograde, you may not be able to because it is so much like a real sure enough retro. Now, I find that I do my best work after Mercury comes out of retrograde and we're in the shadow once again for a brief period of time. Um, it's the shadow before and the shadow after the retrograde that we're talking about. The shadow after the retrograde, I get things done, possibly because I'm more motivated. So keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about all the good stuff. Well, Jupiter, the greater benefic, is in your eighth house, and that is your natural house in the natural zodiac. And so, whenever you have a planet in your natural house, it is stronger. Jupiter is retrograde, and so it's not totally delivering the abundance of psychic awareness, perhaps, or introspection that you might like. Well, let me reassure you, it is. It is. It will show up after it goes direct, which will be sometime very early in 2025. Your belief systems right now are undergoing a transformation, and working with people on a joint financial venture. And by that I mean one where you tie up the loose ends of unfinished business, will be great. Now, Mars, that's wherever Mars is, that is number one in your life. And you want to do it your way. Nothing wrong with that. Um, Mars has been in your ninth house where you've been looking at the big picture, the concepts, your belief systems. And tomorrow, yes, on the 3rd, Mars is going to move into the 10th house of career. It is strongest when it's right there at the midheaven on the cusp of the house. With Mars in the 10th house, you are throwing all of your energy into your public image, into your career. You're moving upward. Now, as I mentioned, don't start a new career or a new job while Mercury is retrograde. Mars is going to be in that 10th house for a while. And what it's going to help you do is rise, move up in your career. I hope you'll do that because it's yours now. No matter what your career is, I love it. Okay, let's keep going. The sun, the yellow planet, is the giver of life. It's in your first house, and you're saying, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. Do that. It's your turn. Absolutely. And what you'll do is put yourself first. There is nothing wrong with doing that. There it is. In other words, it's your turn. Now, on the 21st, the sun, the giver of life, moves into your second house of money, your income. Jupiter in the eighth can bring money through joint ventures. The only thing you don't want to do is start a new venture. Tie up the loose ends of the old venture before you start a new one. Okay? And the sun, the giver of life, creates income, period. Bottom line. It's beautiful. Mercury, the blue planet. That's what you think about and talk about. It's in your first house, and you're thinking about yourself and you're talking about yourself, and that's okay. I mean, this is your time. When the sun is in your sign, go for it. And on the second, that's today. Where does it say it? Yes. Uh, on the second, um, Mercury moves into the second house, giving you more ideas on how to create income. I love it. I love it. I would take it any day. Venus, the pink planet, is what you love. It's in the second house. It's been in the second house. It is the natural ruler of the second house, and it has brought money. Okay, on the 11th, it's going to move into your third house, and you will be thinking about money, talking about money. Venus rules art and beauty and money, all the good stuff. The two benefics, Jupiter and Venus. One is in the eighth house of other people's money. One is in the second house of your money. And on the 11th, it moves into your third, and you are expressing love verbally. It's quite beautiful. Now, the new moon was yesterday, and it was in 9 degrees of Scorpio, 9.5 of Scorpio in your first house. Do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. This is terrific. And the energy is growing more and more and more until 2 weeks from now, on the full moon. That's when things come to a head. It's in your seventh house of partnership. I love it. The full moon is in 24 of Taurus, and this brings the public into your life. This brings partnership connections or the reestablishment of, or the ongoing need for partnership this month. So you, a spouse, you, the public, everyone. And you will be able to create the money that you want during the time that the sun and Mercury are in your second house. And next month, when Mercury goes direct, look out. It's gonna be great. So I hope you'll join me next month when once again I take a look at your awesome chart. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours.